Most people think breaking work into 25-minute chunks makes them more productive. The Pomodoro Technique is everywhere. Productivity blogs recommend it. Students swear by it. Even companies teach it in training sessions. And it works. Sort of. But there's something nobody tells you. The technique was designed in the 1980s by a college student who needed help studying. He grabbed a tomato-shaped kitchen timer, set it for 25 minutes, studied until it rang. It helped him focus. And it probably would have helped you too if you were that college student doing that kind of work. But you're not. Here's the problem. Your brain doesn't start working the moment you sit down. It needs time to warm up, time to forget about everything else, time to stop thinking about what you just did. Researchers call this attention residue. When you switch from one thing to another, part of your brain stays stuck on the old task. It takes an average of 23 minutes to fully refocus. Think about that. The Pomodoro Technique asks you to stop working every 25 minutes, right when your brain is finally ready to do something useful. Let me give you a metaphor. Imagine you're trying to heat water to boiling. You turn on the stove, the water starts warming up. After 15 minutes, it's getting hot. After 20 minutes, you see tiny bubbles forming at the bottom of the pot. After 23 minutes, it's almost there. Then someone turns off the stove. Take a break, they say. You've been heating water for 25 minutes. So you stop, you walk away. 5 minutes later, you come back. Turn the stove on again. Start over. The water never boils. This is what you're doing to your brain. Flow state, the thing everyone wants, takes 15 to 20 minutes to establish. Your peak performance window starts around minute 23 and lasts until minute 90. The Pomodoro timer goes off at minute 25, right in the middle. Now, here's where it gets uncomfortable. You probably think those breaks help you, that stepping away keeps you fresh, that the interruptions prevent burnout. But look at what's actually happening. Every time you stop, you pay a cognitive tax. Your brain has to restart, rebuild momentum, fight through that 23-minute recovery period. Again, and again, and again. You're not preventing burnout, you're guaranteeing it. 8 25-minute sessions don't equal 200 minutes of work. They equal 200 minutes of constantly climbing the same hill, never reaching the top. There's a better way. It's boring. It's less structured. It doesn't come with a cute timer. Work in 90-minute blocks. That's it. Your brain has natural cycles called ultradian rhythms. They last about 90 to 120 minutes. During these cycles, your energy and focus rise, peak, then fall naturally. Scientists have known this since the 1950s. It's not new, it's not trendy. It's just biology. Elite performers, musicians, athletes, writers, they all discovered this independently. Not because someone told them, because their work demanded it. When you align with these natural cycles, something changes. Studies show 40% higher productivity, 50% less mental fatigue. Not because you're pushing harder, because you're finally letting your brain do what it's designed to do. But here's what nobody wants to hear. You can't do this all day. Real deep work, the kind where you're actually thinking, creating, solving, you can only sustain that for 3, maybe 4 hours total. Not 3 hours in a row. 3 hours across your entire day. The rest of your time? Shallow work. Admin, email, meetings. The stuff that doesn't need flow state anyway. This is where Pomodoro actually works. Boring tasks, routine tasks, things you're avoiding because they're tedious. For those? Sure. Use a timer, break it up. Make it bearable. But your best work? The thing you were hired to do? The creative problem you're trying to solve? That needs time. Uninterrupted time. Most people never give themselves that time. They fill their calendars with back-to-back obligations. They keep their phones nearby. They check Slack between Pomodoros. They mistake busy for productive, and they wonder why their best ideas come in the shower. The shower is the only place they're not interrupting themselves. Here's the thing about 90-minute blocks. They're uncomfortable at first. You'll feel the urge to check something, to stand up, to break the silence. That urge is exactly what you're training yourself to resist. Because on the other side of that discomfort is where the real work lives, the work that actually matters, the work that moves things forward, the work you'll remember doing. You don't need a special app. You don't need a new system. You don't need to optimize your optimization. You need to stop interrupting yourself right when your brain is ready to do something worthwhile. The Pomodoro technique isn't wrong. It's just designed for a different kind of work. The question is, what kind of work are you actually trying to do? Because if it's the kind that requires thinking, real thinking, then your 25-minute timer isn't helping you focus. It's making sure you never do. So that's my take. What's yours? Drop a comment. I actually read them. And if this challenged how you think about this topic, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe if you want more like this.